From the heart of Wayne County, this is Wayne-Goldsboro Television, Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Today is March 10th, 2017, and this is Wayne-Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Pat Garner.
Hello, Pat. Welcome to Friday.
It is.
It is Friday, the end of the work week for many, the beginning of the weekend for some.
What's happening in Mount Olive?
I don't know. What? What is?
The North Carolina Pickle Festival 2017 will be in Mount Olive on April 28th and the 29th.
There you go.
The theme is Game of Gherkins. On Friday, April the 28th, 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., there's a lot of Friday night fun downtown. There's a live concert featuring Dakota Blue, the Q Patch 5K Glow Run. You will be running in the dark, Wayne.
It would not be the first time I've been in the dark.
And carnival rides. Then on Saturday, the 29th, from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m., it's downtown Mount Olive. There is a lot of going on. There's antique tractors. There will be the chili cook-off. There will be a petting zoo for the kids.
Yes. They've got entertainment. They've got music and bands and people singing and stuff. They've got car shows. They've got pickles.
Helicopter ride.
Helicopter ride. Woo! Now the helicopter is going to be landing and taking off and landing from University of Mount Olive.
That's correct.
That's where that's going to be. Okay.
Take the ride and see the whole town of Mount Olive.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll be fun. I love helicopters.
Are you riding?
Well, I don't know yet. It's $20 a ride. $20. And it just depends on how long the line is. Depends on how long the line.
Well, if you're there at 9, you can jump right on.
Well, I bet there'll be a line at 9. Don't you think?
We'll get there at 8 and be the first one in line.
We'll be there at 8 and we won't be late.
We ain't riding.
Oh, we ain't? Okay. All right. All right. What's the date on that again? April 28th, right?
28th and the 29th.
And the 29th. Now, if you're a vendor, you have until soonly to register to vend at the Mount Olive Pickle, at the North Carolina Pickle Festival. You have until the 14th to, and you can go online and do this, to ncpicklefest.org.
Very good.
Thank you. To apply for a vendor's license at the NC Pickle Festival. Okay? Very good. Every second Saturday of each month, the Wayne County Brain Injury Support Group meets at the Peggy Seeger Senior Center on East Ash Street. There you'll find information on resources for survivors and enjoy the fellowship and fun of just being together. They want to provide support for those who have survived brain injury, their families and their friends, and you should be there at 10 o'clock when the Senior Center doors open, and plan to stay until 11:30. Refreshments will be served, and if you'd like information, you can call my friend Pierre at 919-394-1091. 394-1091. We need to get Pierre in here to talk about this. That's what we're going to do. Or you can call Martha. Martha lives in the 252 area code area. That's 252-481-5679. 481-5679. Oh, 481-5679. Okay?
What else, Wayne?
What else, Wayne?
The Senior Games is coming up.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Senior Games coming up with the opening ceremonies on April 3rd at the Senior Center, right?
That's right, beginning at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Everybody's invited to attend that, by the way. Do we have more information about that there?
You can contact Stacia Fields at the Goldsboro Parks and Recs Department at 919-739-7486 or Rob Phillips at the Wayne County Senior Center at 919-731-1589.
Very good. Perish the thought that people who participate in the senior games, they play checkers, tiddlywinks, and stuff like that. I don't think so. Listen to this. Shuffleboard, cornhole, horseshoes, tennis, golf, billiards, basketball shoot, bowling, swimming, racquetball, table tennis, track and field, pickleball. Okay, we got your cycling, softball, football throw, and football throw, and the Silver Arts, of course. So these are very active people. Yeah, that's right. That's what they do, and competition is keen. Yeah, they actually go after each other pretty hard there, but it's all in fun. Wow, the Silver Arts events. That's a subdirectory there. Anyway, they've got quilting and weaving and crocheting and knitting, and jewelry and stained glass and wood carving and wood turning, woodworking. They have painting, drawing, watercolor, acrylics and oil. Anyway, that's a lot of fun too. Anyway, there you go. It kicks off on April 3rd, and there'll be an entire month of events of the Senior Center. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Let's do this. Then we'll do that, and then we'll do something else. How's that? Go ahead.
What are we going to do first?
Oh, okay. I'm glad you asked. We're going to go to our interview now. That's up next on Wayne-Goldsboro Television. Our next guest today is Ms. Davia Webb. Hi there.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. It's good to see you. Now, we want to talk about the Mayor's Youth Council. Is that right?
That's correct.
So what do you have to do with the Mayor's Youth Council?
Well, I'm the chairperson of the Mayor's Youth Council
Right.
this year and also participate in all the community service that we do.
What is the Mayor's Youth Council? What do you do?
Okay, so we work with almost like all the events that go on in Goldsboro if they want our help. So things like last Saturday supper, Jingle in the Park, Lights Up Downtown, all those kind of events. And we work with the Red Cross and the O'Berry Center and people like that.
Oh, you're really busy, aren't you?
I guess so.
So when you say work with, how do you help them, or what do you do?
Well, we volunteer, so pretty much whatever they want us to do. So we've done all kinds of things from cleanups to serving people food, things like that.
You know, that's pretty important. Because a lot of times people will, these organizations will have an event, and they just don't have enough people to carry the thing out successfully.
Right. So our volunteers they make it.
Well, okay. So how many people do you have as volunteers in your Mayor's Youth Council?
We have about 45 students from the 10 high schools in Wayne County, and we're looking for new members now. So all those 8th graders who are about to be 9th graders, so 9th through 12th, those are all the people that we're looking for, and that's all the people that represent our youth council.
Okay, so are all these students?
We're all students.
You're all students.
All of us.
Where do you go to school?
I go to Eastern Wayne High School,
Okay, and you're what year?
12th grade.
You're a senior.
Yep, I'm a senior.
Whoa, you're almost done, aren't you?
I'm almost done.
So beyond that, well, on a personal note, what do you plan on? What are your plans after high school?
Well, I want to go to a college. I'm looking at NC State, but I was accepted to 2 other schools, and I'm waiting for acceptance letters or rejection letters, hopefully acceptance from other schools.
I wouldn't understand anyone not wanting you to be a student at their school. So you're hoping to go to NC State, but you haven't heard back from them yet.
Well, I have.
Oh,
I'm
you have?
accepted there.
Oh, you're accepted in
Yes.
State already?
Right.
All right, but you just don't...
It depends on other...
On the other schools. Okay, well, I know there's a lot of people watching who hope you do pick NC State, like Kevin Johnson and people like that. You know, what do they know? But anyway, well, good luck with that. But now, getting back to the Mayor's Youth Council, how long have you been on the Mayor's Youth Council?
Well, this is my 4th year on the council. I've been a member since my 9th grade year. And I've served as treasurer my 10th grade year and corresponding secretary my 11th grade year.
Okay, and now you're the chairperson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you tell people what they need to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sort
any, sort of. And anyone who wanted to become a part of the Mayor's Youth Council could see you about becoming a part of the Mayor's Youth
Oh,
Council.
definitely.
But you're not only the chairperson of the local Mayor's
Mm-hmm.
Youth Council. This is a statewide thing, isn't it?
Right. So there are chartered youth councils. So that's youth councils from everyone in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the secretary of that council.
So you're actually a state secretary in the big game, in the larger,
I guess so.
in the bigger picture.
Yep.
Okay. So what were some of the things you worked on here recently? You had mentioned before.
Well, just recently, this was last week, I think, we did the Human Relations Banquet.
yes.
So that was a big thing where we kind of recognized talents and people won essay contests and poster contests and things
what
like
did
that.
you and the organization do during that event?
Well, we kind of led the banquet, so I was a mistress of ceremony, so I just introduced our speakers and things like that, and other members introduced the award winners and things
Well,
like
that's
that.
a pretty big deal. That's much more than what I guess I misunderstood. That's much more than what I would have thought, because you said you volunteer to help people out, but that would, to me, that would include, setting tables and helping people to come and sit down and taking care of business like
Right.
that. But you're actually part of the program.
Right.
My goodness. Okay. So give me an idea of some of the other events that you might have helped at and what you did.
So last Saturday supper, that happens every last Saturday of the month. So we go to First Christian Church and we make bags of food with two things of like apples, cookies, water, and things like that for anyone who needs them or wants them. Other things, we've worked with the Red Cross to install fire detectors in people's homes who didn't have them or who needed new ones or things like that. We've done Jingle in the Park.
So you're the ones putting the smoke detectors, fire
Yeah.
detectors. Okay. See, I was talking with Kimberly over at the Red Cross here the other day, and she said, "Yeah, we put smoke detectors and fire detectors in homes free of charge."
Right.
And you're the ones doing that.
Well, it's not just the Youth Council. We work with other organizations, but we help.
How about that?
We definitely help.
How about that? Well, that's great. So, Davia, help me understand why or what benefits do younger people have now? Because people often get the wrong idea about young people nowadays. Younger people are going to make this country great. We're going to be a leader in the world again.
Right.
Now, why? What do young people get out of this?
Okay, so you definitely learned so many leadership skills, and I can't stress this enough. When I was a 9th grader, I was so nervous. I didn't want to talk to anyone. And my first meeting that I went to, I took my mom in there and I made her hold my hand. So I was so nervous. But after that, I realized it was just my peers and we're all here. And not everyone has like great communication skills and can talk to everyone, but we're learning that. And that's what the Youth Council does. It definitely gets you out there and you learn these social skills and you learn how to talk to people and you learn how to be a leader and work with a team and things like that.
You know, I get people in here all the time, Davia, who come and they come in, they sit down and they see the cameras and they see the lights and they wonder, gee whiz, what am I doing here? But you're fine with this, aren't you?
I think so.
I think you are.
I feel fine.
You feel okay, yeah. You're doing fine. So when you go to college, do you have plans of a direction? Do you have an idea of what I mean, you don't have to have a major, but what area do you plan on getting into?
Well, I want to study art history, and I want to be a museum curator with a focus on Korean museums and exhibits. It's pretty specific.
Can you narrow that down a little? No, I'm just kidding. That was very specific. So what in the world? Why the Korean art?
Well, right now I learned that they're really big in contemporary art, which is kind of like modern art. So I really enjoy the art. It looks very beautiful to me, and it's like kind of revolutionary a little bit.
Oh,
I
look
like
out
it.
now.
I like it.
Okay, well, do you plan on going to Korea for this, or you want to stay here in the U.S.?
Well, I'd love to study abroad, but I want to kind of centralize that art in America.
Very interesting. So help me determine if someone wanted to become a part of the Goldsboro Mayor's Youth Council. Do you have to work with the mayor?
Well, we don't have to work with him,
That's
but
a good thing. That's all right.
he comes to our meetings and things like that, and we talk with him, and we
Yeah.
are more aware as like members on the council of what's going on in our city.
Yeah, I'm just teasing, Chuck. It's okay. It's okay. That's good. Very good. Well, Davia, good luck to you. Best of luck to you. So if someone wanted to become a member, is there a website?
Okay, yes. So on the city website, if you go to the Community Relations Department,
Okay.
there's a section for the Mayor's Youth Council if you want to find out more about it, and the application will be there.
Great. Okay, that's goldsboronc.gov. www.goldsboronc.gov, and go on and get information about the Goldsboro Youth Council, who is chaired by Davia Webb. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure meeting you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Wayne-Goldsboro Television, where our program airs every morning, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. It repeats at noon, then again at 5:30 p.m. Now, a fundraiser for Special Olympics. What's that all about?
Fundraiser for Special Olympics, North
said that.
Carolina at Zaxby's in Goldsboro on Sunday, March 12th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
It's a fundraiser at Zaxby's. So
That is
everybody
correct.
wins here, right?
That is correct.
That's this Sunday, March 12th, 11 to 5. All
And if
right.
you happen to be in Wilson, I think the Wilson Zaxby's is doing the fundraiser as well.
Oh, are they? Okay. What's that?
Have a Heart for Kids, March 31st. This is the annual fundraiser for communities and schools. It is starts at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Terrence Room at 104 South Center Street.
That's right.
$40 a person, $70 a couple.
That's right. That's fun. Got rabies? The Wayne County Rabies Clinic takes place on April 1st and April 8th. There's two locations where you can get your rabies vaccines for your dog or cat.
Thank you for explaining
I just thought it was-
that.
I forgot to mention that. Every dog or cat in Wayne County has to have a rabies vaccine if they're over 4 months of age. Okay, the first one will be Saturday, April 1st at Eastern Wayne High School at 8 a.m. The second at Southern Wayne High School the same afternoon at 1 p.m. April 1st at 1 p.m., April 1st at 8 a.m. Eastern Wayne, Southern Wayne. That's the two locations on April 1st. They'll do it again on April 8th at two other locations. We'll tell you where that is later. But if you have if the address on your driver's license is not correct, give them the correct information so they'll put the right address on your certificate. Okay? Now, what is special about today? Ooh. Wow. Today's the 10th, right?
Yes, it is.
Today is International Bagpipe Day. Everybody associates the bagpipes with Scots, people from Scotland. But if I'm not mistaken, I read somewhere that the bagpipe actually originated, I think, in Greece. I'll look that up. Excuse me. Anyway, maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Today is also International Day of Awesomeness. Wow, that's awesome. Today is Landline Telephone Day, and most people don't have landlines anymore. Most people don't, some do. Today is Mario Day. That's got to be Mario from the Mario game.
Mario Brothers.
Yeah. Anyway, it's his day. Today is Middle Name Pride Day. Is your middle name really Shirley?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Mine is. No, it's not. No, it's not.
We can't say what your middle name is.
No. Actually, Shirley can be a male or female middle first name. It can. Salvation Army Day. That's good. So, way to go, Lieutenant and Lieutenant Stokes from our Salvation Army office here. U.S. Paper Money Day. Now, I tell you what, paper money is loaded with all kinds of trivia. U.S. Mint trivia and stuff like that. Today is World Sleep Day. World Sleep Day. I got that. All right. Where's our trivia question? Here's our trivia question for today. The category is television. Television. And a lot of people will know the answer to this one. What's the name of the person who won the first season of American Idol? Who was the first winner who won the first season on American Idol? You know the name. Very popular. This person's very popular. Okay? Anyway, that's our trivia question. We'll have the answer for you coming up in the next segment of the program. And the next segment of the program will be along in just a few minutes right after this segment of the program. That's up next on Wayne-Goldsboro Television.
The Extension Livestock Report is given by Stefani Garbacik, and at the same time she will give the Producer Award.
Okay, I'm going to start with our 2016 Livestock Report. As you all know, North Carolina is a huge agriculture state, and Wayne County follows that same trend. If you're not directly involved with agriculture, your neighbor probably is, and that includes livestock. So we've got everything from pork and poultry to cattle and small ruminants here in the county. 2016 was a pretty good year for livestock producers. Don't talk to the cattle guys, they've got some problems with prices, but overall, it was a pretty good year. Our pork and poultry numbers were maintained, and several new poultry houses were commissioned in this general area. We were prepared for avian influenza, but luckily did not have an outbreak here, and our PED cases didn't climb to astronomical levels this year either. Hurricane Matthew did deal us a heavy blow. We lost cattle, we lost poultry, we had damage to livestock houses and livestock paths and roads. We did lose some pastures, and they need to be renovated, so if anybody needs help with that, give me a call, let me know. I'm just going to recap a few major events from 2016. So pigs are a big deal here in Wayne County, and our animal waste operators are a big deal. This year we had 35 that needed their 6 hours by December 31st, so I offered several classes in the office to meet those needs. We worked with Duplin County Extension to offer some maybe on dates that worked a little bit better, and we had our annual 6-hour class at the end of the year. Our 68th annual Wayne County Junior Livestock Show and Sale was held March 30th and 31st in 2016. We had 37 participants that showed a variety of livestock. We had the usual meat goats, market hogs, heifers, feeder calves, and we also added a fun cow-calf pair class. We're going to add that again this year, so come out and check that out. We've got 35 kids this year that are showing, and the dates are April 19th and 20th, so put that on your calendar, please. The fair, like you heard, had some better weather this year. The livestock shows were not adversely affected by the hurricane, even though the tail end of the fair maybe was a little bit. We did have to reschedule the hog show. That was mostly just due to a lot of mud where we would be pulling those trailers and stuff in, so we just had to reschedule that one. This was a much better year for the livestock shows at the Wayne Fair as opposed to last year where we had no livestock shows. So it's obviously a plus. Our youth livestock educational teams competed in the state competition held in July up in Raleigh and the state fair competition held in November. They did well and learned a lot. I was also able to coach the North Carolina State Skillathon team, and one of our own, Mary Dunn, was a team member. The all-girl team competed in Pennsylvania and Kentucky this year and enjoyed learning more about the livestock industry. I want Mary to go ahead and stand up so we can give her a round of applause. That was a big, big deal. So we'll be starting up practices for those educational competitions after the show and sale. So if you know any school-age kids who are interested in learning more about the livestock industry and more about livestock in general, please see me and have them sign up. It's a great learning experience for those of you who have participated. 2016, we also had a new 4-H project. This was our regional 4-H chicken project. We had several 4-H members and FFA chapters to compete in that project and participate in that project, and we're doing that again this year. So hopefully we can bring some more information about livestock and animals in general to all the youth groups around the county. As always, we'll have events throughout the year aimed at the livestock producers in Wayne County. So the cattlemen's meetings will start again on the third Thursday of the month. Contact me if you're not a part of that and want to be. And we'll have an initial animal waste operator training in April at the Extension office. So if anybody knows someone who needs to get that certification, your pumping license, contact me for that also. So that's the end of the 2016 livestock report. I'm going to go ahead and get started with our 2016 Outstanding Producer Award. So on behalf of the Wayne County Livestock Development Association, I'd like to congratulate our 2016 Outstanding Producers from Gray Family Farms from the New Hope community, Mr. Roland Bud Gray, along with his sons Donald and Dwight Gray. Bud was born into a farming family and started at a really young age. When he married his wife, he supported his family through livestock production as well as crop farming. Bud and Joanne have 2 children, 2 daughters-in-law, 4 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren. Bud graduated from New Hope High School in 1958. He began row cropping as a teenager and later began an independent farrow-to-finish hog farming operation until his father retired. While continuing to produce row crops, he built 2 finishing houses and contracted as a grower with Goldsboro Milling Company. Since that time, he's continued to expand the operation, and his 2 sons joined in 1996. Currently, Gray Family Farm operates 29 finishing floors, 4 turkey houses, and 120 beef cows. In addition, Donald and Dwight farm approximately 3,000 acres of land and produce tobacco, peanuts, corn, wheat, soybeans, and hay. Besides farming and livestock production, Bud has committed his life to his family, his church, and his community. His 2 sons are not the only ones involved in the family farming operation. His daughters-in-law and grandchildren are also very active. Bud's dedication and work ethic are what have led his family to continue in the ag industry. Bud was a charter member of New Hope Volunteer Fire Department, where he served as fire chief for 37 years and remains an active board member. He served as the president of the Wayne County Firemen's Association for 2 years and also received the G. Edgar Summerlin Award for Firefighter of the Year for Wayne County. He served on the Wayne County Board of Commissioners for 8 years, where his influence began the initial discussions on the need for a new ag center in Wayne County. He also served as the chairman of the Wayne County Drainage District for the Bear Creek Watershed and continues to serve as the church clerk for Park East Church of God, a position he has held for over 35 years. Please join me in congratulating Bud Gray from Gray Family Farms, along with his sons, Donald and Dwight, and their families, for their contributions to the Wayne County Livestock Development Association and the livestock industry in Wayne County.
Congratulations, Mr. Bud. Eddie will come and give our fire report.
Thank you, Curtis. Well, I think everybody's aware it rained. It's rained for the last 2 years. In fact, we've had heavy rainfall for the past 2 years. So last year we had a good fair plan, but sometimes the weather just doesn't cooperate. We had rain on opening day, as Stefani mentioned, and canceled most of our Thursday evening activities. We were lucky. We did get some of our livestock shows in, where in the previous year we weren't able to get any of them in the first weekend. Then towards the end of the following week, of course, Hurricane Matthew came in and closed us on the last Friday and Saturday. We lost 3 out of 10 days because of rain last year. With the threat of storm damage, Duke Energy and crews from around the region started setting up on the fairgrounds on Sunday immediately following our fair. The fairgrounds was used as a staging area for lineman crew and equipment to do repair work on the power lines potentially damaged by the hurricane. Normally we would have released the exhibits on Sundays following the fair, but with all the equipment and the activity on the grounds, we were not able to release the exhibits due to safety concerns. We appreciate everyone's patience and the delay it took us before we could release your exhibits. At one point, we had over 250 men, linemen, sleeping in the white exhibit building. Duke Energy continued to use the fairgrounds for 3 weeks before leaving. And immediately following that, Team Rubicon moved in, which is a veterans organization to provide assistance with disaster victims. They use the fairgrounds as a place for their volunteers to sleep, eat, as well as stage their equipment. Team Rubicon provided a valuable service by helping the community to clean up from hurricane damage. It was Thanksgiving before we were finally able to start tearing down the fairgrounds and putting most of the stuff away. Last year we did something different on Saturday prior to the fair. We had an early bird registration. We continued to take in exhibits on Wednesday evening and Thursday morning before opening the fair. We wanted to make it as convenient as we could for exhibitors to enter their items into the fair. We plan to continue again this year with early bird registration. The number as well as the quality of exhibits continues to increase. Our livestock shows had exhibitors from across eastern North Carolina. The contests and competitions were well attended with outstanding talent from the contestants. Last November, we attended the IFE, the International Association of Fairs and Exposition in Las Vegas, convention in Las Vegas. The IFE represents over 1,100 fairs from around the world. Its purpose is to promote and encourage development and improvement of agriculture fairs, shows, and expositions. Each year, the IFE conducts contests for its fair members and then recognizes and rewards excellence. We entered several of our displays in their awards program again this year. And at the convention in Las Vegas, we received 3 first-place entries, 2 second-place entries, and 2 third-place entries for competitive exhibits as well as agriculture programs. We also attend the North Carolina Association of Agriculture Fairs convention every year in January. This year we received the Agriculture Award, the Youth Award, the Got to Be NC Award, and the prestigious Image Award. The Agriculture Award is given to the fair that best showcases agriculture and its agriculture heritage. The Youth Award is given to the fair that recognizes the importance of youth participation and involvement. The Got to Be NC Award is presented by the North Carolina Department of Agriculture for the best display of North Carolina products. And the Image Award is given to the fair that exhibits what an agriculture fair should be like. These awards would not be possible without the support we receive from you, the community, from our directors, supporters, and our partners, the Wayne County Extension Service and the Wayne County Public Schools. We appreciate your support to make our fair an award-winning fair. We have another great lineup of free entertainment scheduled for this year. At center stage, we have Team Rock, the Ninja Experience, performing. In the pavilion shelter, we've got the Kenya Safari Acrobats and Leon Jacobs performing. Strolling around the grounds, we'll have Stilt Walking by Sakara, as well as the Statue Lady Oh La La, along with some of our regulars, the Western Gunfights and the Demolition Derby. Power's Great American Midways will be returning again this year with a variety of rides and games for young and old. Powers Midway has purchased 6 new rides this year that will be at our fair. We're fortunate to have one of the best and safest midways in the carnival industry working with us. Our goal is to continue keeping agriculture and youth involvement as our main focus of the fair. I'd like to thank all of you for your support and your contributions to our fair. A successful fair allows us to fulfill our mission by promoting agriculture, education, and community involvement through quality entertainment in a family-friendly environment. This year's fair is scheduled for September 28th through October 7th. We look forward to seeing you at the Wayne Regional Agriculture Fair. Thank you. I do have one other presentation I would like to make at this time, and it's not on your agenda. But there are a lot of exceptional people that provide a valuable service to our association. And it's my privilege tonight to present a certificate of appreciation to a couple that has contributed a lot of their time and their efforts to the association and the fair. A lot of times we're asked, what do you do out there at the fairgrounds when the fair's not going on? Well, if you ask Dwight and Margaret Wynn, they can tell you firsthand about the construction projects, the building repairs, the lawn maintenance, the off-season rentals, preparation for the fair, as well as putting the fair back. Dwight Wynn started working with the fair back in 1989, taking time off from his full-time job to work at the fair. After his retirement from the Department of Agriculture, he started working year-round at the fairground, managing the buildings and grounds. Margaret Wynn started her fair career helping Dwight in the poultry and rabbit barn. And in the past few years, she has become part of the maintenance team, working daily with Dwight to make improvements and perform maintenance on the fairgrounds. Dwight and Margaret have been responsible for a lot of the improvements you see at the fairgrounds. They always have a positive, can-do attitude, taking pride in what they do and making sure it's done right. Dwight and Margaret can be found during the fair in the poultry and rabbit barn. They take exceptional pride in keeping the buildings clean and presentable to visiting school children in the morning and our fair guests in the evenings. The chickens and rabbits on display always have plenty of clean water, fresh feed, and clean shavings, which are an important concern to the general public viewing the exhibit. Dwight and Margaret have been married 15 years. They have 3 sons, 2 daughters, 17 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren. At this time, I'd like to ask Dwight and Margaret Wynn to come forward and accept this certificate of appreciation for the years of dedicated service and hard work to make our association and fair a success. You got their certificate? I can tell you if it's been painted at the fairground, these two painted it. And Margaret doesn't like to paint, but she would have never disagreed about painting. She painted. But I knew where she stood at it. Thank you so much for everything y'all do.
Congratulations, Dwight and Margaret. I'll tell you, we miss you. And we may be coming out to see you sometime or another, hook you up and bring you back. Milton will come now and present our scholarships.
Dwight, Margaret, retirement's a good plan. I like it. I think you will too. It works out real well. The scholarship committee, which is made up of Curtis Shivar, Brian Mitchell, and myself, received 5 outstanding applications this year, and we recommended to the board of directors of the association that all 5 be awarded scholarships this year for a total expenditure of $12,000, and the board has approved this recommendation. This year, all 5 scholarship recipients will receive $2,400 and are planning to attend a senior college or university. As you all know, I've said year after year, the requirements for these scholarships are being a resident of Wayne County, being a high school senior or graduate, providing a grade transcript and 2 letters of reference, complete a full-page application, and being active in the Livestock Development Association and or the fair, or hopefully both. So this year I'm going to call them out in alphabetical order. First one is Caitlin Dotson from Rosewood. She's planning to go to University of Mount Olive and major in agricultural education. And if y'all will come up here, Curtis will give you a plaque and just hold till all of you get here. Her mother is Teresa Dotson. Mary Dunn attends the Wayne School of Engineering. She's going to attend Methodist University and major in biology and exercise science. Her parents are Angie and Dale Dunn. Hannah Graham from Rosewood is going to attend NC State University and major in ag science and ag education. And her parents are Lisa and Mike Graham. Alan Johnson from Spring Creek is going to attend the University of Mount Olive, major in ag education, and his parents are Angela and Lynn Johnson. And last but not least, Abigail McIntyre attends Southern Wayne, is going to NC State, major in ag education, and her parents are Patricia and James McIntyre. Let's give all these kids a hand. When this is over, if you will, come back up here. The photographer will want to take a picture, I think. Also, if all you parents would stand, please, let's recognize these parents for, for a job well done.
Each year, the association awards a service award for an individual or for a group who has provided great support to the organization. And some of the greatest gifts that you can give someone are yourself and your time. I'd like to ask this time that the entire family of AJ and Suzanne, that if you would come right up here while we talk about you. Come on around here where everybody can see you.
Just gonna drag you out front and sit. Yes,
AJ and Suzanne have given these gifts for almost 14 years to the Wayne County Agriculture Fair and to the livestock programs. What began as two parents getting their kids involved in showing goats expanded to so much more. At almost every show, you can find Susie weighing animals in and greeting every participant with a smile. AJ is quick to volunteer as a ring man, often wrestling misbehaving cattle, catching a loose goat, which is funny sometimes, or wielding a cutting board to control pigs. The couple are always willing to lend a helping hand wherever they can while still helping their own children prepare for the show. Their willingness to give of themselves and time to Wayne County Livestock comes from their strong belief that these events matter and impact youth in a way that teaches them life skills. Over the years, they have seen firsthand the positive influence the program has had on their own children, and they recognize the importance of keeping the program viable and available to all youth. AJ and Susie met in church during their teen years, and they've been sweethearts ever since. They have been married for 29 years, and they have 4 children, Marissa, Alex, Isaac, and Gideon, who have all grown up showing livestock. AJ is currently the Environmental and Landscape Operations Manager at Murphy Family Ventures. He grew up in Seven Springs area where he worked on farms in high school. He graduated from Weston College with degrees in criminal justice and psychology. AJ is a veteran of the United States Coast Guard and has been a police officer with the city of Clayton. He is the leader of Wayne County Shooting Sports Club, an usher at his church, and acts as an assistant coach to his son's sports team. Susie is a full-time mom and teacher, having homeschooled Marissa and Alex, and now homeschooling Isaac and Gideon. She grew up in the Grantham community on an NC Century farm. She graduated from Virginia Commonwealth University with a degree in nursing. She worked many years as a nurse and taught nursing classes at Barton and Wilson Community College. She is the leader of the WHEP 4-H Club, keeps the family farm straight, and has been recognized as this year's 4-H Volunteer of the Year in Wayne County. AJ and Susie have given more than their time to the livestock program. They have put their hearts into it for more than a decade. They have truly made the load lighter, the shows brighter, and the program better. The Livestock Development Association is pleased to recognize AJ and Suzanne and their children, Marissa, Alex, Isaac, and Gideon, as the Service Award recipients for the 2016 year. This simply says Service Award presented to AJ and Suzanne Litton family, Marisa, Alex, Gideon, and Isaac, February 27th, 2017. Congratulations to all of you.
See what 29 years of marriage gets you. She pushes me up in front of the microphone. It's truly been a pleasure for us to work with everyone up here on the stage, as well as a lot of you in the crowd. We've done a little bit of everything. The kids have shown goats, lambs, turkeys. We tried to show a cow, but it didn't quite work out for us. I brought one home for Marissa, and no kidding, in the front seat of a Lincoln Continental. That was my work car, and it was an abandoned one, so I brought it home. We do show pigs when Eddie will let us show pigs. But we enjoy giving back to the 4-H and to the Livestock Association. I appreciate them working so hard to give our kids the opportunity to do things like that. It's really molded them and helped us create a lot of friendships here in the county, and we really appreciate it.
Again, we would say congratulations to you, and certainly your children have participated a lot, but you and Susie have offered a lot to the association as well. The next item has to do with the President's report, and I will give that to you. And we've had, in my opinion, we've had another successful year. In spite of rain during the fair for the second consecutive year, the association is fiscally sound. And again, we have met the objectives stated in the Constitution and bylaws. The original purpose of the association was to promote livestock in Wayne County. And that purpose is accomplished by sponsoring the fair and a junior livestock show and sale. And there are some other objectives that are to promote agricultural youth activities and to promote the agricultural heritage in Wayne County. The founding fathers decided that an agriculture fair would be the primary source of income to fund association activities. We have off-season rentals, sponsorships, purchase of animals, space rent, and other at the fair, and other activities provide additional income. But the fair is still the main source. In 2016, Wayne County's Representative Jimmy Dixon and Representative Brent Jackson of Sampson County sponsored legislation that approved grant funds to be used for educational and agricultural programs, premiums for agricultural exhibits, contests and livestock shows, scholarships, and youth development programs. Any agricultural fair now in the state is eligible to participate in this program. And we want to thank Representatives Dixon and Jackson for their efforts. The fair is a quality fair as measured by the awards received from the IAFE and from the North Carolina Association of Agricultural Fairs. None of these would be possible without the support of the community, the Wayne County Extension, the Wayne County Public Schools, and the directors and supporters. Thank you for all you do to make the fair a success. The board is in the process of identifying improvements that need to be completed this year. With the income reduced by 2 years of rain, some limitations are placed on the available funds. Last year, we were able to build a security building that provides a central location for security and for first responders. And it greatly facilitates the coordination of those necessary components of the fair. The fair is very community-oriented. Each year, the number of off-season rentals continues to increase. And last year, there were numerous civic clubs, organizations, and businesses that used the fairgrounds for family days, appreciation days, and fundraising projects. Improvements must be community compatible, they must strengthen the fair, and they must provide versatility for non-fair uses. As reported by our fair manager, after the hurricane at the end of the fair, Duke Energy used the fairgrounds as a staging area for their crews and equipment, and they have been doing this for a number of years. Some crews and equipment came from out of state, and some, of course, came from other parts of the state. But I'm told by people who travel right much that they, going north and south, and particularly going south, they were meeting crews that were coming to Wayne County as a result of that hurricane. As you can imagine, there was quite an assembly and trucks and workers on the grounds at certain times, particularly like meal times. And after 3 weeks, Duke Energy had completed most of their work and had moved out. Then Team Rubicon moved in. Now, Eddie talked a little bit about what Team Rubicon is. I had actually never heard of them until this go round of hurricanes. But it's simply say that it's a veterans organization that provides disaster relief wherever it might occur. And it's all over this country. It's not just in one place, it's all over this country. And the group that came here were from all across the nation, many from the Midwest. They cooked, they ate, and they slept here, and they went all around Wayne County and surrounding counties cleaning up from Hurricane Matthew. Wayne County is the 4th largest agricultural county in the state, and it contributes 22% of the county's gross income. Livestock and poultry represent 73% of the total cash farm receipts in Wayne County, considerably higher than the state average. The county ranks 4th in hog production, it ranks 3rd in turkey production. And 5 of the largest businesses in Wayne County are agribusiness. Our county commissioners and the city council recognize agriculture's contribution to the county through the approval and construction of the Maxwell Agricultural and Convention Center. The association gladly made a contribution toward naming rights to one of the classrooms. The association promotes livestock through a variety of activities. Tonight you can see that we have awarded 5 scholarships, and this brings our total since 1985 to 135. And the total value has been $204,800. The livestock show and sale, Stefani says, is April the 19th and 20th. The livestock shows and exhibits and contests at the fair provide opportunity for youth participation, and none of this would be possible without you. And we thank you and greatly appreciate your support. Thank you. Charles Aycock will conduct the old business and new business.
Is there any old business to come before this association? Is there any new business to come before the association? If not, I'll call Roy Outlaw to come and give our nominating report.
The nominating committee met on January 30th, and we had the following recommendations for 2 4-year terms as board of directors and the officers for 2017. The board of directors are Mr. Johnny Howard and Mr. Milton Ingram to serve a 4-year term. Officers, Secretary Treasurer Ashley Glover, Second Vice President Mr. Charles Aycock, First Vice President Mark Hood, President Curtis Shivar. The standing committees, the chairman of each one of those is elected by their committee, and that was also on January 30th. The chairman of the cattle committee is Mr. John Tart II. Horse, Mr. Billy Ray Thomas. Poultry, Ashley Glover. Swine, Roy Outlaw, Fair, Eddie Pitzer. And the nominating committee this year consists of myself as chairman, Mr. Mike Sauls, and Mr. Bill Montague.
Thank you, Roy. Can we have a motion to accept the report? Do we have a second? We now will, who seconded that? Bill. All those in favor, say aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. Constitution and bylaws require that the floor be open for nominations. Are there any nominations for any position? There's no nominations. Can we have a motion to accept by acclamation? Who's, Joey, did you second? Joey McCullough, second. Roy. Motion to accept by acclamation has been seconded. Can we have all those in favor say aye? All those opposed? President will be Curtis Shivar, First Vice President Mark Hood, Second Vice President Charles Aycock, Secretary Treasurer Ashley Glover, and for four-year directors Milton Ingram and Johnny Howard.
Thank you for the report, Roy, and for the honor of serving in this organization again. It's about that time to adjourn, and I want to ask that all of you who received an award tonight, scholarships, service award, outstanding producer, if you would come up to the stage, and Steve Herring is going to get some pictures. I want to thank Bailey for coming and leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and for all of the reports that have been given. And this is one of the reasons we try not to make this too long. I have been in this meeting when it lasted till 10 o'clock at night. And if I can help it, we won't do that. But we thank you for being here, and have you a safe trip home. Thank you.
We're back on Wayne-Goldsboro Television. Thank you for being with us.
This Saturday from 4 to 7 p.m. You can eat in or take out. Oakland Fire Department or blah, 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 blah.
I was going to say the same thing. That's exactly what I was going to say. Blah, 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 blah.
Oakland Fire Department will have their 41st annual pork barbecue supper, and it's $8 per plate. It's barbecue, bull potatoes, slaw, and hush puppies.
That's it?
That's it. I'm going to be nice. Yesterday I said you could smell them before you seen them.
You did see that, but you were talking about the barbecue.
I was talking about the barbecue. Oakland has some fine firemen.
Yes, of course they do. You know some of them personally.
I do.
Okay. All right. Here's the answer to our trivia question today. The question was, who was the first person to win the first season of American Idol? And the answer is, Bria knew this.
She did.
She jumped right in there and she said Kelly Clarkson. And that's exactly right. Kelly Clarkson, the answer to our trivia question for today. We're going to do this again tomorrow. We'll be in here about 7 o'clock. Join us then and later at noon.
Tomorrow?
Monday. Join us then, and then later at noon, and then later then again at 5:30 p.m. on Monday. Have a great weekend. Stay dry. Stay safe.
Stay warm.
Stay warm. And all those other things. Anyway, until Monday, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Pat Garner.
And this is Wayne-Goldsboro Television.